Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Bekalowski from ForexLive.com. Today's date is March 28, 2024. This is the Kickstart video where I take a look at three of the major currency pairs, the euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. Where we stand, what are the risks, what are the targets, what's happening with the price action today, what we may expect. So let's get started. Let's look at the hourly chart of the euro versus US dollar to start things off. And yesterday we pointed out this swing area right through here where we had a number of different swing lows and swing highs coming in. Mainly right through here where we had a nice floor being developed right through this area right here before the market moved to the upside. And we came back down to that area in trading, last week and early this week. On Monday, the price bottomed within the yellow area and moved back to the upside, finding resistance ahead of the 100-day moving average. That's this rising blue line right here. The price could not get above that level. We started a rotation back to the downside and trading yesterday. The price held below the 100-hour moving average. That's this blue line right here. Also, it found willing sellers near the 50% retracement in the 200-day moving average. That 50% is of this move to the upside from here to here. You got a lot of arrows on this chart now, but let's clear some off. Then what happened was that the 100-hour moving average became the ceiling for this pair. You can see how sellers against level the last time in the European session sent the price below this swing area here at 1.0795 up to 1.08036. And it looked like that was going to be the path of least resistance here below this swing area, below this whole floor. But as you can see in the last hour or so, the price has moved back above that level and also back above the 61.8% retracement of the same move up from this low to this high right here. So the sellers had their shot. They tried to push lower, tried to get down toward these next targets down through here. Couldn't quite get there, and then when the price started to move back above this area right here, the sellers turned to buyers and started to push the price back to the upside. Now, guess what is in play? Well, the 100-hour moving average, of course. That level has held 1, 2, 3 times in a row, and we're heading up back toward that level, or at least that's the look right here. What is support? Well, the support's back at our swing area right here, our old floor area right through here. So be aware of that. But that's the technical look of the euro versus US dollar now, with buyers and sellers battling it out in that currency pair. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. And if we take a look at the hourly chart, we've seen lots of ups and downs recently. Yesterday we did move to a new high going back to 1990, folks. That high took out the high price from 2023 at 151.91. It also took out the high price from 2022. If I go to the daily chart, take a look at this high right here. This high was at 151.94. This high was at 151.91. And the high price yesterday, it's hard to see, reached up to 151.96 before rotating back to the downside. Going back to our hourly chart, this is 967 to be exact. This is the price action from that high, and we came down and tested this low, these lows right through here, and found support buyers against that area around the right around the 151 level. So if we were to define a level of importance right now on the downside, it would probably be the 151 level. Just above that is the rising 200-hour moving average, which we haven't been below since this day right here. So getting below it and getting below the 151 level seems to be the levels that would need to be broken to increase the bearish bias. Once we get through that, then it doesn't stop, because we had this ceiling right through here between the 150.72 and 150.88 level, where we had just a number of different swing highs right here forming that ceiling. We moved above that ceiling right through here, went back below it through here, and then reestablished the level as support. So the progression to the downside, if the sellers were to take more control, get below 200, get below the 151 level, get below this swing area of 88 down to 72, and that opens the door for further downside momentum in the dollar versus yen. Absent that, on the top side, and move back above the 100-hour moving average. That's the blue line on this chart, and staying above is needed to increase the bullish buy. So we've tried it on this occasion, right through here, and trading here today, but could not sustain the momentum. There's consolidation going on. The market doesn't know which way it wants to go. It's waiting for the next shove, and in the meantime, just setting up for that shove. We'll see how it all pans out, but pay attention to that 100-hour moving average on the top side as well. For the sterling versus US dollar, we have our range here that we've been paying attention to, down to 125.94. Just below that now is the 200-day moving average. That's this green line right here. It's hard to see because it's behind my red box here, but that 200-day moving average is actually dipping down a little bit here from a day-to-day basis, currently at 1.25897. And as you can see, the price dipped just briefly below that moving average level before rotating back to the upside. We are currently testing the 100-day moving average. That comes in at 126.43, but the price move above that level in trading here this morning could not be sustained, and we're seeing a little bit of rotation back down at 126.34. So there's a battle going on between the 200-day moving average, 100, and the 100-day moving average. 200 is on the bottom, the 100 is on the top side, and markets still overall within the red box that we've outlined for a number of weeks for this currency pair, where most of the volume is taking place within this red box right here. Yes, we've moved outside and on the downside. Yes, we moved outside and on the upside, but the value area, or where 70-80% of the volume takes place, is within that box, and that's where we stand right now. So that's the look at the three major currency pairs from a technical perspective. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.